when he wasn't full time. And they were leading it with, I think it was only 15 or 20 laps to go, and Tony hit a back marker. So, and then I had a good dice with his teammate then, who he was driving with James Courtney back in 07. So it's when we finished third, they finished second, and Lansey won it. So it's pretty good. Like they've tested with us throughout the year. Marcus has done a lot of miles too. He's been down testing their car, and he's been to each racetrack, I think, testing. They do a co-driver session first up, like at Darwin, Winton, that sort of stuff, where they put Marcus in for the session, and so miles is not a problem. You got to have faith in these guys to do a good job for you, and that's why we hire them, so that they can get in and do a good job for us. Keep it off the wall, and that's what David and Marcus did last year.
Mick?
Pretty much the same as what Steve's saying. Probably the only difference for myself is Marcus is probably a little bit taller than Stevie. So our biggest issue is trying to fit something. Exactly. I carry around this. It's basically a full seat.
Dicky seat.
Yeah.
Call it Dicky seat.
So you'll see me out there on Sunday carrying this.
It's pretty funny. If anyone's ever seen Police Academy where the dude rips the front seat out and sits in the back, that's pretty much what Marcus does, and then he wants to sit back in.
I reckon I can nearly sit on top of him and drive, to be honest. That's probably the hardest thing for us, and unfortunately, that's just one of the things you got to deal with. But probably going back to your question with relying on them, it is hard to sort of sit back in the pits, but you've really got to just have faith in their ability to to do their job, and we're lucky we've got guys like that have a lot of experience, especially at this joint, because we saw today people like Bargs and Fabian and even Murph have some pretty serious moments in a scary spot. So it can happen to the best of us, and you've just got to, I suppose. Did he?
Yeah, he wink up.
He missed the wall.
Yeah.
Guys, tell us about, obviously, and this is probably not so much of a driving question now, but obviously there's so much culture that happens around the track. Ever since I've been coming up here, everyone said, oh, what happens is it the bull pit, is it the bull ring, whatever it's called? Do you ever find out what goes on in there, and do you ever give different people a wave or something, not obviously during the race, but, throughout the day, or...
Oh, you see, there's a lot of people up there that have been coming since I've, started coming to Bathurst, and they've probably been here more years than I have. So some of the stuff that we have seen, and some of the stuff that I've seen over the past 10 or 15 years, it's changed a lot. And I got to a stage up the top of the mountain where I wouldn't go up there. So, but now it's great. Families are going up there camping, and it's really what we wanted to see. We didn't want to see people driving up there, and if they didn't do a burnout, they'd roll their car over and set it on fire. So, it's probably not the best family thing to do, is it? So in that regard, I think to get rid of all that, I'm all for everyone drinking and having fun, and
Jim Beam.
Yeah, Jim Beam, of course. And although we're sponsored by Jim Beam, I think Dad's only recouping half of what he's invested in the last 50 years. So, but it is a way of life for a lot of people, and they plan the whole year on this week, and coming away for this week. Some people plan their week for footy grand finals, whatever it might be, and there's probably 100,000 people here that plan the whole year on this week, and start building their motorised eskies and start painting their dogs and whatever else they do. So, and get up here and drink as many cartons as they can and have a good time and go home with a massive hangover. Sounds like pretty good fun. I don't know why we drive.
Yeah, well, starting back where you are, I mean, you probably...
I might crack a cold fairly early in the race. So.
The best story I know.
If you see me storming through, I haven't got water in my drink bottle, right? So.
Well, you know what to do if you pull over on the mountain. You probably get your cans up there.
Mick, you were going to say, sorry?
Oh, no, the best story I heard was they actually stopped people from bringing a certain amount of alcohol up there, and people were coming here weeks before, digging up in the ground and putting their cases under the ground, and obviously coming back up for the weekend and just digging back up. So that's how dedicated the race fans are. I love it.
It's not only that. I remember a couple of years back, we used to stay just up the hill here, and it was Sunday night, and Mum and Dad, myself, we were driving back around the mountain, probably about 9 o'clock at night, I guess, from having a few drinks in the pits with all the team, and